Ao underestimates his enemies as Team 7 lays the smackdown on the Cyborg Ninja Man. The battle with Cyborg Ao continues in another super exciting chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Although I have to admit, Ao fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book, the Kage Bunshin Bluff. We've seen it so many times in the series that I was honestly kind of shocked that he fell for that attack. But still, I do like the fact that Boruto decided to fight back against Ao, thinking, let's fight fire with fire, as he has one of those gauntlets which has the ability to actually cancel out and absorb other jutsus. And when two of these gauntlets attack each other at once, basically it just ends in a stalemate, which leads Boruto to attack him with a big Rasengan at the very end of this chapter. But really the best thing about this one is that we got some great strategy from Team 7, which means we got Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Konohamaru teaming up to fight against Ao, who's proving to be one hell of an adversary. And the more I see of his robot cyborg body, the more I just want to see more of it, because it looks so freaking awesome. It's got giant blasters and massive chakra sabers, which, yes, the Star Wars references are definitely all alive in this chapter right here. Getting to see Boruto actually use that chakra saber and use it as a distraction to catch Ao off guard was pretty freaking great. I loved it. Duel of the Fates was definitely playing while I was reading this chapter. I said I was going to do it last week, and I have to admit, it certainly amplified a lot of the fun of this chapter. Not to mention, we got to see Kashin Koji return, one of the bigwig members of Kara, and every single time one of these guys appears, it's always a really big deal. Basically, he's just here to put Ao in line and let him know, just think about the mission, empty out everything else, and just take these fools out. Kashin Koji is still coming across as a very mysterious and really fun villain, and I can't wait to see what the deal is with this masked intruder and how this is all going to tie into this vessel, which gets subtly brought up again in this chapter, and how it's going to start like this big race for it. I don't know what it's going to be. It still probably has some sort of big connection or tie to the character of Kawaki that was seen at the beginning of Boruto, but still, that's just all speculation. They're still not giving us any clear answers. This chapter right here is really just about the battle with Ao, and like I said, getting to see everybody utilize a lot of cool techniques. Mitsuki using his stretchy snake arms and even using some lightning style, and Sarada using her tried and true Sharingan, as well as some fire style techniques, which is something that the Uchiha clan has always been very good at, and she seems to be very good at it as well. And a really great scene where Konohamaru even comes in and just owns everything. It's just so great getting to see everybody team up and see how they came up with this like plan to actually trick him. It was like multi-layered how it all went down. That combined with the clones and the distraction of the chakra saber, allowing Boruto to get in close and stop the gauntlet attack just to be able to hit him with a Rasengan, was awesome. And what's really great about this battle is that it's still not over. There's no solid conclusion here. Ao could still come back with something very powerful and destructive, and I have a feeling that's what he's going to do. He seems like a man on a mission here, and getting to see more of him in action has made me appreciate his character tenfold. He also happens to be pretty horrifying and very Terminator-like. I think that was very intentional with making him sort of a half-man, half-cyborg. He's like a freaking serial killer in a horror film. No matter what you do to this guy, he's just going to keep standing up and chasing after you. I don't know how this battle's going to end, but it sucks that we're going to have to wait another month to see how that's going to happen. So, what's the rundown on this chapter of Boruto? It was freaking great. I think the artwork was really on point in this chapter as well. I think the author does a lot better when it comes to the action scenes, but the way that he actually portrays Ao is fantastic. You can see the stuff that this man has gone through just from the expressions that are drawn on his face. He looks tired. He looks just like he's so done with everything in the world. Like he's just a deadened man who has nothing left but the mission of being a ninja, of being a tool. His body is a metaphor for that as well, being infused with all sorts of ninja technology. You can see that he's sort of defeated mentally, but he's still sort of on autopilot as a ninja of death. And something about that is very terrifying. It shows that even though the world was saved by Naruto and Sasuke, there are still many dark things from the past which are continuing to just infect everything in the very pleasant present. So that combined with the great artwork, the classic action scene in this chapter, which felt a lot more like reading like an old chapter of Naruto, which I really love. I always love when we get teamwork and combination style techniques, even though this one was kind of by the numbers what we've seen before, but still there were multiple levels to how they actually tricked him, and getting to see that domino effect happen is always one of the most fun things about reading these chapters. And the fact that the battle is going to continue is great. I wonder if Ao is defeated, if Kashin Koji is actually going to jump in and make himself revealed to Boruto and all of his friends. I think that would be a bad decision, as Kara is still very mysterious, and they don't seem to want to be noticed by anybody really important, especially those from Konoha Village, but who knows? I just want to see more of the inner path of Kara in action as opposed to these outer members, but still, if what we're getting from Ao right here is any indication, I think we could be looking at a really great solid arc of Boruto, and something that can truly stand along, and something that I truly believe can stand along the other classic, well-loved arcs of the original Naruto manga and anime series. So, yeah, loved this one right here, especially the artwork, which I think was really stellar in this one. Just a super exciting chapter. Simple as that, and a really great color page of Ao, getting to see him in a lot more detail with his robot body, and that with the colors, which just absolutely pop off this guy. Again, I want to see what they're going to do with some of those other side characters who didn't get to do much of anything in the original Naruto series. If they can do what they did with them, what they did for Ao, I'm excited for the rest of Boruto, not to mention all these new villains and everything. It's a great time to be a fan of this series, as right now, I think the manga has been on point. I'm really excited to see how the anime version is going to handle it, but this one right here, I think, was another super exciting chapter. It's kind of by the numbers of what we've seen before, but still, as far as entertainment value goes, I'm giving this one a 5 out of 5, and especially as a hardcore fan of the Naruto franchise, I'm really digging this one right here. I was a little jaded at first with Boruto, but little by little, this manga series is just doing a great job of living up to the legacy of Naruto. So there it is. That's my thoughts on this chapter. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me all of them in the comment section below, and what you hope to see from the rest of the Boruto manga series. Thank you guys for watching this review. I'll see you next time, and as always, stay down, baby.